Sacrifice wasn't always about devotion, but in ancient civilizations it was seen as transactional and maintaining a cosmic order. Welcome back to episode 7 of the Ramadan series, a series where I break up one Ramadan concept so that you and I can become more educated, more intentional and more spiritual this Ramadan. So sacrifice in ancient civilizations and indigenous tribes was understood to be transactional, and we see this through the works of Marcel Mauss in the book The Gift. And here he describes transactions as when you give, you expect something in return. So we see it's reciprocal. This is not just stipulated to one culture. We see this within Vedic theology. When they would offer fire to the deities like Agra or Indra, we would see it was understood in their theology as gods blessing them. So we see this with Greek gods, for example Zeus and Athenas, of how they would grant fertility or rain when a sacrifice was given. But it goes even deeper than that, because in Greek theology, when sacrifices are made, it's usually made publicly, and once a sacrifice is made, the blood is spilled across the altar and is seen as a form of piety. So over here you can see something quite unsettling. It's seen as something sacred. You can see sacrifice becoming something transactional and also something to deal with human guilt. But when it comes to Islam offers a more developed and a more matured understanding of these primitive societies. That in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, neither the meat nor blood reaches him, but a person's piety does. And this is important because we see this in pre-Islamic Arabia, specifically polytheistic tribes like the Quraysh, where they would go to a specific place called Manat, where they believed that their sacrificial offerings would be seen as more intimate and closer to their God. They believed that the meat and the blood would ascend to the heavens like a spirit, and this would be seen as an offering to God. But we see over here how the Quran single-handedly dismantles this primitive notion, that meat and blood doesn't salvage a person from purity. It's a person's inner devotion that is needed in this action. So we see that when we make sacrifices when it comes to Eid al-Adha, we're doing an external action in response that our internal state becomes purified. And we see this through Ibrahim alayhi salam. So the orientation of these people in ancient civilization was dependent on their understanding of having a reciprocal exchange. The sacrifice in Islam isn't about what you offer or you give, but is about an internal transformation that happens within you. If you found this video beneficial, make sure you're following along because I will be dropping some more gems very soon. Until then, Assalamu alaikum.